From Axios, Harris campaign's Google ads rewrite news headlines. Oh, Axios. See, when it's about Kamala Harris, they write real news. Have you noticed this? Here's the story as blandly as possible. Harris campaign's Google ads rewrite news headlines. Okay, have a nice day. If it were Donald Trump, they would write Trump campaign launches fake news blitz to manipulate people with election misinformation. That's the headline if it was Donald Trump. When Donald Trump hosts a space with Elon, which breaks viewership records, it's 1.3 million concurrents, 27 million viewers, 1 billion generated views between around the conversation. The media reports technical difficulties mire Elon Musk's failed rambling space. Like, dude, just write that they did it. Here's what Kamala Harris did. And is doing.
Genius, I think. I agree with you earlier.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant. Yeah. Kamala Harris doesn't have any campaigns. Donald Trump puts out a commercial where he's like, are we going to be the best that we have ever been in this country? And then he's like calling on Americans to stand up. He's saying, we're going to get prices down. We're going to make America great again. And he's basically telling you who he is. He's trying to inspire you. He's got Agenda 47. Kamala Harris has no campaign positions. She's not saying anything other than these generic mindless things. No taxes on tips is not even hers. It's Trump's. And then instead of buying ads to promote, Kamala Harris is going to protect abortion rights in America. Nope, none of that. She's just running other news organizations' headlines, our news stories with fake headlines she wrote that make it seem like they're writing positive things about her. That's brilliant. She's not saying anything. Mm-hmm. CBS News says that she's good.
And the, pardon my language, but the morons, the vote blue no matter who people, the sheeples, the mass formation psychosis people, they don't see sponsored. They don't know that. They just skip right past it and they see the headline.
That's how you know you suck. That's how you know you suck and you are terrible, because you have to rewrite articles. You have to make up stuff. You have to no one thinks you're great. So, okay, well, I'm going to make them think I'm great. So I'm going to rewrite these articles.
Doesn't it speak to how manipulative it is, though? Because part of the issue is, you can't really see, the sponsor thing isn't super clear. And then on top of that, it's not technically against any rules, but it's obviously kind of warping the perspective of people who are stumbling across these articles. It's a dishonest campaign through and through.
Yeah, and you know what? But I think Donald Trump did a good job at exposing most mainstream outlets to be fake news. So a lot of people, even on both sides, don't really believe articles as much anymore, Yeah.
I think generally distrust in America is so
they just
high.
Don't believe them. But Kamala, that's how you know you suck. And to be honest, Tim is predicting that, the October surprise. So Kamala could just be, standing down right now until she's installed as president. So she's, she's just going to be quiet. She's not going to say anything. Well,
so far
she want to play it safe until she is installed.
Right. So far her voters aren't demanding policies.
Exactly.
It seems like. Do you
But
think
they've never cared. These people, they never cared about policy. Most of the people that are voting for her do not care about policy. These are the same people who care about just personality. Color
of her skin.
Color of her skin. Oh, well, she's nicer than I ask some people. Now this is what they say, because they don't bring up her policies. Why do you want to vote for Kamala Harris? Well, Trump is mean and he talks to people crazy. Why do you want to vote for Kamala Harris? She's going to be professional, unlike Trump. Why do you want to vote for Kamala Harris? Trump is a racist. I'm like, why do you want they're
obsessed with Donald Trump.
They are obsessed with Donald Trump. Mm-hmm. But I think there are a lot of people, regardless of what these headlines say, regardless of what you hear in the mainstream media, there are a lot of average Americans who are fed up with Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, and they see right through the BS. And some of these people necessarily are only voting for Trump because some of these Democrats that are coming over to vote for Trump, some of them say they're just voting for Trump because they just want a better life. They want to go back. Kamala keeps saying, we're not going back. We're not going back. No, Kamala, we want to go back.
Economically.
We want to go back to the good times.
Yeah.
We want to go back to cheap gas prices and affordable eggs, milk, and ramen noodles. We want to go back to that. And a lot of people do want to go back to that. And that's why they have to put out these fake articles to try to get people to believe that Kamala is loved by everyone and everybody wants her, because that is not the case at all.
What do you think the impact of the Democratic National Convention next week is going to be? Because they're bringing out like Obama, I've heard Clinton, I've heard Bernie Sanders is going to speak there.
I hope there's riots.
Yeah.
They're preparing for riots for sure.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Who's going to riot?
It's like pro-Israel, pro-Palestine.
I don't think I think the DNC convention is. It's gonna be like an award show almost.
Yeah, I think it's like a giant pep rally.
Yeah, they're gonna have all the rappers and the singers. People gonna be shaking their behinds on stage. It's gonna be a useless convention, to be honest. People are only gonna tune in because their favorite actor or actress is gonna be there, or their favorite musician is gonna be there. But Obama,
I felt like Obama kind of resisted. He dragged his feet a little bit in endorsing Kamala, which I found interesting.
I think the people who are going to listen to Obama, who are going to vote for Kamala because Obama said so, these people are already going to vote for Kamala Harris, but there are a lot of Kamala Harris is struggling to get a lot of black support. Like Obama did, and that's one of the reasons why Obama won too. Obama had a large voter turnout, and especially in the black community. But those same black people are not all on board with Kamala Harris, and she needs Obama to get them over to her side. But some of those people realized that Obama was not that great of a president either. Yeah. He was just,
kind of let them down. I feel like a couple times.
Yeah, he did let them down. So. And what I say to people, Kamala's she's just going to be another Obama,
do you
promises made but not kept.
Yeah. So in 2016, Ted Cruz, he was the last person to drop out of the Republican primary, and he went on stage at the RNC and said, "Vote your conscience," and people were really mad about this. They're like, "You should be backing Donald Trump," or whatever else. He grew a sadness beard. He's, changed his tune. But do you think that there will be anyone who gets up on stage and says something similar at the DNC, or do you think they're all like lockstep behind him?
Not at all. The DNC. Now one thing about the Democrats is, they normally stick together during election season. Yeah. Republicans, conservatives are really divided. Mm-hmm. They don't a lot of them will not badmouth their candidate. They won't say anything negative about them. But on our side, for instance, I'm voting for Donald Trump. I want Donald Trump to win. So if you think I'm going to get online and say that Donald Trump is a horrible person, I condemn what he just said today, I want him to win more than I want them to win. So this election is one of the most important elections of our lifetime right now, and we need to stick together. I think everybody. If you don't want Kamala Harris in office, if you don't want her and Tim Walz, then the only answer is Donald Trump. So. But they do stick together. So they're all going to be all behind Kamala Harris. But that's something that we need to do. People who don't want her, we all need to be 100% behind Donald Trump. I don't care. I don't care if he go into Walgreens tomorrow and he steals some bubble gum. I'm voting for Donald Trump. I don't care. Okay. Because I'd rather him be in office than these
bad people
options,
than these fools.
I feel like it's not one of the most significant. It's the most significant election in our lifetime, or at least in American history.
Yeah, we either have a human in office or we have a laughing hyena as the president of the United States of America. That will be history, though. We never had a hyena in office, so
Somebody referred to her as the cackler in chief.
Yes,
that was kind of funny.
We will literally have an animal running the country. Seriously.
And on that note, why it's so important that we need to have the right. I know it's only online and it's only Twitter and all this other baloney, but people are fighting each other. Joe Rogan. It's so important that we need to come together and be a team.
Yeah.
Like them. We need to have mass.
No, go ahead.
We need to have mass formation psychosis to vote for Trump on our side, unlike them on their weird cult side.
I don't think we need it, to be honest.
No?
We just need moderates to say, sure, I guess.
Yeah.
And so the Democrats have mass formation psychosis. Yeah. And anybody who is scared or believes them is going to vote that way. But that's why I think Rogan, Kill Tony, and these other more moderate, mainstream, fun comedy podcasts are so important. Anybody watching Tucker Carlson, they're voting for Donald Trump.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a 2% might listen to him and be like, yeah, but I still won't vote for him. Fine, whatever. But people watching Kill Tony, they're just having a good time. They're laughing, but they're also being exposed. Like Tucker Carlson was on Kill Tony.
Yeah.
And with Joe Rogan's show, every day Joe Rogan is talking about issues that the Democrats are crazy and they're not paying attention. Yeah. And so it's a pipeline for people to wake up.
Yeah.
Don't attack moderates. We don't need everybody marching like lunatics screaming MAGA.
Word.
You just need a middle of the road guy to be like, I guess I'll vote for Trump.
Sorry.
That's it.
Yeah. Now, I don't mind people going at it with each other, you know, and I never expected Joe Rogan to I never expected Joe Rogan to fully endorse Donald Trump at all. Like, I did not expect that.
Yeah.
And it is what it is. You got people who are going to vote for Kamala Harris, who are going to support her. And then you have people who are not going to endorse anybody. And then you have people who are going to be 100% behind Donald Trump. And that's fine. So, you know, it is what it is. But I don't care if, you know, if Tim gets into it with somebody. Sure. Like, just because if two Trump supporters are fighting, I really don't care. As long as we all, you know, as
long as you go to the polls.
As long as we go to the polls and vote for Donald Trump. I don't care if you're fighting over whose meme it was. I don't care about that. You know, I don't think that's going to hurt us, you know.
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.